Hi everybody, I hope you are all doing extremely well. I'm Karthik Loha and today I'm here to present my analysis on Wavecom Telecom figures after launching 5G in India. We will deep dive into their market share performance, their revenue figures, their KPIs, etc. So let's start with our analysis. So if you see here, we have executive summary with some key findings. So here we have a revenue decline of 0.5% after 5G launch. There are some underperforming KPIs as well, like total active users and total unsubscribed users. But they are doing good in ARPU. They have an increased ARPU by 11.5%. And the market share is dropped by 2% in a single month from August to September. So we will deep dive into each section in detail. So let's start with revenue first. So as we discussed now that we have a decline of 0.5% in revenue from 16 billion before 5G launch to 15.9 billion after 5G launch. And the average monthly revenue stands at 4 billion. And if we see into this graph, the blue line tells us before 5G launch revenue figures from January to April, and the purple line tells us about the revenue figures after 5G launch from June to September. Now, the cities which has a decline in revenue are Delhi, Chennai, Ahmedabad, Hyderabad, Chandigarh and Kolkata. These are the 6 main cities in which our client has a decline of revenue. So our client need to make a recovery plan so that the revenue can be increased in these cities. Now, as we discussed earlier, we have some key performance indicators which are under pressure. That are revenue, total active users and total unsubscribed users. So after 5G launch, the total active users are only from 84.4 million to 77.4 million, the decline of minus 8.28%. And there is a sudden increase of unsubscribed user as well from 5.6 million to 7 million after 5G launch. Now, the cities in which the top 3 decline users are Ahmedabad, Delhi, Raipur. And the cities in which the unsubscribed users are growing are Lucknow, Pune and Jaipur. So our client need to make the recovery plan in these cities as soon as possible. Now, let's deep dive into the plan performance of our client. So while doing the analysis, we can see that in this chart, the P1 plan is performing very well even before 5G launch and also after the 5G launch. And the P2 and P3 plan are following the P1 plan and they are also generating a very good revenue figures. But the plans P4, P5, P6 are underperforming. They are impacted after the 5G launch. And P7 is the most impacted plan after 5G launch. As we can see, in January, P7 plan is generating 123 million for revenue, but in June it is only 33 million. So our recommendation for the client is that they need to modify this plan or they can discontinue this plan. Yeah. Also, the P11 and P12 plans are new plans which are launched after 5G and they have a very good performance and they liked by the customer of our client. Now, our client has discontinued some plan as well. The plans are P1, P8, P9 and P10. These 3 plans are the data add-on plans and the top-up plans, and in this era of 5G, these plans are not so useful and they are not so popular in their customer segment as well. That's why our client has discontinued these plans. Now, let's deep dive into their ARPU. As we discussed earlier, their ARPU has increased by 11.5% from rupees 190.2 to 211.3 after 5G launch. And the cities like Raipur, Ahmedabad, Patna has an increase of more than 20% in the ARPU. So it's a very good news for our client. Also, can discuss about their market share dynamics as well. Wavecon, our client, holds the third rank in the total market share of telecom industry. But they have a drop of 2% in a single month from 19.84 million to 19.84% to 17.84% in a single month. So that's not a good news for our client. They need to think about their market share part as well. Still, they are at the third rank in overall market. But yeah, things need to be considered because the market is a very competitive market in telecom now. So we have some recommendation for our client as well. As you can see, that the first recommendation from our side is targeted retention. They need to develop some specific campaigns in the cities where they are getting the decline rate. Like they can create some polling booths, they can create some sim booths, and their representative can able to explain the customer about their service and plans. It can boost their revenue figures and their market share. Also, they need to analyze the success of P1, P2, P3, P11 and P12 so that they can try to replicate the same strategies on their underperforming plans as well. And they need to convince their customer to go for higher plans while getting recharged their mobile services and the SIM services. And they need to develop an aggressive acquisition strategies for their customer with the competitive price, with some discounts as well, with some you can say rewards as well, so that they can increase their market share, their customer acquisition will be good, and it will also impact their revenue figures in a positive way. That's all from my side. If you have anything, please let me know, and please give feedback if you have anything so that I can improve. Thanks for sticking with me till the end. Good day, boys.